White House defends Sophie Cunningham amid woke backlash, as WNBA star doubles down on trans views with new Instagram photos. WNBA star Sophie Cunningham has received the backing of the White House after speaking on the trans athlete debate and insisting she wants to protect young girls. The 29-year-old underlined her support for the movement around protecting women's sports while talking with ESPN, saying women shouldn't have to go against biological men. Cunningham's words were inevitably picked up on and criticized online. WNBA fans have called for the league to ban or fine Cunningham for her remarks, while many of the other responses on X have veered into abuse aimed at the Indiana Fever player. However, amid the backlash, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has now spoken out and offered her support to the Indiana Fever star.
An unlocked iPhone 14 for just $299? This renewed 128 gig model gives you a vivid OLED display, 5G, and the freedom to choose your carrier. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/6 before it's gone.
Men should not be playing in women's sports. It's completely ludicrous that anyone could support that, Leavitt told reporters on Thursday. It's even more ludicrous that you do have Sophie Cunningham, a female athlete herself, very accomplished in her own right, coming forth and speaking that truth that men should play in women's sports. Sophie Cunningham has spoken out about the debate about transgender athletes in sport. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt offered her support to the Indiana Fever star. The backlash she is receiving from Democrats and left-wing figures across the country is astonishing. They are clearly very out of touch with the American public on this issue, which again is an 80-20 issue. It's common sense. Meanwhile, Cunningham herself appeared to double down on her views with a not-so-subtle Instagram post on Thursday afternoon. Taking to the social media platform, the WNBA star shared pictures of her arriving before one of the Fever's recent games with the caption, "I said what I said." She also had the location tagged as women's sports before later changing it. Cunningham, who is a close friend to teammate Caitlin Clark, had already defended her comments before her team's Wednesday night game against Connecticut Sun. She told reporters, "There's going to be some negative comments, but there's also a lot of positive comments too. We're all human. I really don't care what other people have to say. I said what I said. I think it's common sense, and I think I will always believe in that. I stand on what I said." Cunningham was asked if her words signal a move to become more political, but she denies having any aspirations to remain outspoken on any other major issues. Cunningham doubled down after her comments about trans athletes sparked fury. The Indiana Fever star has become a fan favorite in the WNBA over recent years. "I am not a very political person, but I have beliefs, I have morals, and I will always be true to who I am," Cunningham said. "I think people are going to take it how they want to take it. When it comes to protecting young girls and women in sports, I feel very strongly about that." The topic has become particularly politicized since President Donald Trump returned for a second term in office. He issued an executive order to block trans athletes participating in girls' or women's sports, and the Supreme Court recently upheld state bans on trans athletes. Asked if her own comments could now come back on the trans community, Cunningham said, "I extend love, I don't dislike anyone. I think there's room for everyone here and there's room to love everyone. I truly think when you get people in the same room and you have conversations, you actually have a lot in common with a lot of people. I'm there to love, but I am also there to love biological women, and I think that there are rights that need to be protected. Like I said, I am going to stand true to that. I'll never falter in my beliefs for that." Cunningham insisted that her comments are not hateful towards to the trans community. "But I've never said I hated the trans community. I think there is space for everyone." Back in 2022, Cunningham faced heavy backlash after sharing a post from CBS Sports host Josh Pate regarding the controversy surrounding former Penn transgender swimmer Leah Thomas and their inclusion on the women's team. Pate's post read, "Female collegiate athletes deserve so much better than this." Cunningham was forced to release a statement over the matter, at the time saying that she stands with athletes, but calling for fair competition in events.